I had to get some wine because this reunion took me out, y'all. This reunion took me out. We didn't even get through all five of the couples. I'm Tammy. You are here on Tammy Talks. Because we are here to talk Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 18, Reunion Part 1, the Houston edition. Where y'all want to start? All right, I'm going to start with Zach and Michaela. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future videos, including any of the other videos from the rest of the couples from the reunion. And then from any of the other shows that I do. We did hit 1,000 subscribers about a week and a half ago. So thank you to everybody that took the time out to subscribe. If you are watching this video and you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. We are trying to get to 2,500 now. And we can do it. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed the content. And hop down in the comment section as always, where it is always a kiki. It's always fun. I respond in the comment section. I don't post videos just to read the comments. So I know there are people that feel that I shouldn't be commenting back because my opinion is in the video. That's not how this works. All right, so I do comment back in the comment section. It's for conversation. All right, y'all. So let's get started. So Zach and Michaela. It's really Michaela and then Zach towards the end. So Michaela came out separately. She said that she did not want Zach by her. She said there's no animosity. They're on decent terms. There's no hostility, but she doesn't want Zach out there with her because she wants to be able to talk without being interrupted. And I said, oh, okay. Because that either means you about to come off here and run up some lies real quick, girl, or you feel that Zach is going to interrupt you and run off some lies. So I don't know. Let's see. So let's get into it. So Michaela said that the wedding was by far one of the best days of her life. No matter how the marriage turned out, she had such a great time that day. It was like, to her, it was an instant connection with Zach. She was immediately attracted to him, which we know. I have always said that this was a marriage on Michaela's side built upon lust. Because everything that Michaela has ever said about Zach was always, oh, he's so good looking, he's so attractive, he's so this, he's so that. Like, it was never anything truly about like his personality or anything like that. It was always her just kind of being like, oh, he's so fine. Like, that's all she kept saying. Even when she was talking to his parents, it was always about, oh, your husband, your son is so this and that. And it's always been lust for Michaela. So she said she does admit, though, that she needs to manage her impulsive behavior. Growth. Okay, that's good that Michaela is finally able to recognize that about herself, because initially it didn't seem like Michaela thought there was a problem with her impulsive behavior. You know, she kind of felt the way that she handles conflict is just the way that she handles conflict. And I will say I'm on Zach's side with that. I'm not a very confrontational person at all. I don't like conflict. I would prefer not to deal with conflict, but I do know how to have adult, mature, hard conversations. And that's not something that Zach and Michaela were ever able to effectively do together. And that's why the marriage is where it's at now. So she thinks that Zach checked out after the first instance with the toilet paper and the tissue box. She thinks that's what Zach checked out at. And she feels that her problem with Zach is, because she knows what Zach's problem with her is. It's her inability to handle conflict in a manner that is compatible and suitable for him. And yes, it's wrong, but there are some people that are willing to like see you through progression with trying to work to be a different person in how you handle conflict. That's not something that Zach wanted to do. It was not compatible for him. And Michaela said her only problem is Zach's lack of forgiveness and compassion in those instances. And I said, yes, that is key. And that is probably Zach's biggest downfall throughout this entire process, that from that moment he pegged Michaela as someone who can't handle conflict. He doesn't like the way she handles conflict. I'm not gonna say gaslight because y'all have a fit when I say gaslight, but he didn't do anything really during that first initial argument to make her feel as if, okay, we had to blow up, we had this situation, let's work through it. He didn't do anything to ease her fears in that situation. He just he checked out. And I have said it from jump. If you've been watching if you watched any of my videos from this season, Zach checked out during that first initial argument. So, Kevin Frazier, I have some gum. It's like it's stuck in my teeth. So Kevin Frazier asked Michaela, the argument that happened at the retreat, the fight. Whose fault was it? Michaela said that she thinks they are both equally to blame. I agree, and here's why. When Michaela told Zach, leave, go now, Zach should have got his ass up and left. Zach kept saying, oh, I have to make sure you're okay. I can't leave you. Michaela, y'all were there with 8 other people that were not only going back to Houston, but back to the same damn apartment building. There were 4 other cars there. There was production there. There was lighting there. There were PAs there. She had a way home. And I felt like Zach constantly going back and forth with, I'll take you. Are you sure you don't want to ride? I can leave tonight. I can leave tomorrow. Are you going to come? I feel like Zach doing that really just wound her up. That does not excuse Michaela's behavior. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying that gives Michaela just due to do anything that she did, but they both were to blame in that situation. Now, I really feel like we need to get to the bottom of, is Michaela drinking during these outbursts? Was Michaela drunk? Was Michaela on an upper of some sort? What was really happening up here chemically, imbalance, that caused her to go off the way that she did? But Michaela does admit that there are some things that she should not have done. And she wishes that she would have done some of those things differently, and then maybe the outcome would have been differently. And I said, okay, Michaela, a little bit more growth. But I'm not giving her too much because Zach is not out there to kind of plead his case. This is a true definition of there's his story, her story, and the truth is somewhere in the middle, because we will never know the truth. We will never know the truth as to what happened after decision A. We will never know the truth as to what happened when the cameras were off between them. This is a couple that they should have just had a boom and a camera following them around constantly, because we can't. So while Michaela is doing all this talking, Zach's in the back huffing. Let me go out there. She's lying. And it's like, Zach, this is what Dr. Viviana means when she says you're performative. You're being performative right now. If Michaela is lying, sit back, chill, take it in stride, take a swig of your water, get your mouth wet so you're ready to go out there. And when it's your turn, you can go out there and read her for filth. But I feel like Zach doing the most in the back, that's not helping. That's not making us believe her any less. You know what I mean? So Michaela's sister comes out because Kevin is like, we got to talk to somebody. We can't just be out here talking to you. So Michaela's sister comes out, and Michaela's sister said that initially she really liked Zach. She thought they were good together, and now she's indifferent about him. And why is Michaela's sister indifferent about Zach? Because Michaela's sister knows that she knows that Michaela has been on bullshit all season. She knows that her sister is not as innocent as she might be trying to portray herself to her family and her friends. Because this next segment, when Michaela is ranting and raving about what happened here, this, that, and the other, her sister sat there and didn't say a word. She didn't co-sign her. She didn't shut her down. She just kind of sat there like, I want to be off this stage right now. So Michaela said that she feels that Zach Michaela's sister feels that they are both stubborn and both feel the need to be right. They want to be right all the time. And I said, dang, 1 point for Michaela's sister, because I feel like that's right. There are so many of their arguments where we would see them kind of going back and forth on what is their truth instead of coming to some type of compromise and being like, you know what, I see how you feel. I like Mira would say, I receive it. I see how you feel about this. I'm gonna go ahead and let's just squash it. Let's agree to disagree. Agree to disagree is the best phrase you can use to dead argument, because the person that uses let's agree to disagree has won. That person has won the argument. Food for thought, y'all. That person has won the argument, because I am more than likely that other person that didn't say it is gonna say try to slide one more thing in, and it always makes them look like the bad person. Always. So Michaela feels that Zach messed with her emotions. And I've always said that gaslighting, gaslighting, because Zach would tell her, and they played the montage of clips where Zach would say in one day, you know, this isn't gonna work. We decided this isn't gonna work. I don't see a future. But then the next day, it's like we could really work this out. Then the next day, he's saying how he wants a divorce. But then the next day, he's telling her that he's always gonna have her back, and you know. Like, so I can see how Michaela can be confused in this. And I feel like it's so hard to pick a side in this particular marriage, because both people have done so much wrong to each other. It's not one-sided like Chris and Paige. It's not one-sided like what's another one? Was it Matt and Amber? It's not one-sided like, oh boy, that sat up there and lied about being a yoga teacher. He is my favorite of all these shows, because yeah, go watch season 10 if you haven't already. So Michaela said that on their 1 month anniversary, when they went to like the music room and they stayed in the hotel that night, she said they had sex. And she said that Zach told her, don't tell nobody. If you tell anybody, I'm going to deny it. I don't want anybody to know what we're doing, whatever the case, whatever. And he told her that if she were to admit, or if she were to tell anybody, that he would deny it. And Zach has been on Reddit this entire season saying he never kissed her, he never slept with her, he never did anything. Now, those of us that watched that episode, what did we see what did we see happen? We saw them in bed together. We know what you ready to go to bed on a reality show means. That means let's cut off the lights, let's kick production out so that we can get to the sex. And I feel like that's what they did, because it said that they randomly woke up a couple hours later and they were hungry. Really? Y'all just woke up out your sleep, both of you, and decided, let's go eat. Y'all had sex. And Zach, if you had sex with her, that's okay. That is your wife. Oh. So, Michaela said after decision day, Zach called her that evening and invited her over, and she stayed at his house for 7 or 8 days, cooking, cleaning, and fucking. I think she said having sex. Cooking, cleaning, and having sex. Cooking, cleaning, and having sex for 7 to 8 days with a man that gave you a firm no earlier that day for decision day. Michaela said she left and told Zach, she felt that she shouldn't be there all these days. She didn't want to get comfortable. She didn't want to get complacent. She didn't want to start to feel like, she didn't want to act like they were in a marriage if they weren't. And it's like, girl, you've been there a week. What's the difference? She said she left and texted Zach and said that she wanted to be friends and that they can, Zach agreed to it. He said that's fine, all for it. She said she texted him the next day to meet at the dog park. They both have dogs. Zach responded back to her and told her he only wanted to be cordial in front of other people. Meaning, I'm all sexed out. I got what I needed from you. Let's just, when we're in mixed company, let's act like we're doing way, way better than we really are. So that way I look like the good guy, and then you can just look like the crazy girl that I'm like having sympathy on. And it's like, I honestly and truly, y'all, I believe that. I didn't believe a lot of what Michaela said tonight, but I do believe that Zach told her, let's be cordial in front of other people, and that he does not want to hang out with her. So Zach finally comes on stage, and he came out and said that he was excited to see Michaela. He was excited to talk to her and see her again. And I'm like, Zach, stop this bull. Stop it. And this is what is so annoying about Zach. The fact that he does this, like, you know you weren't excited to see that woman. You know that you weren't excited to come and have another conversation with her. You don't have to do this for us. Because for the most part, a lot, like majority of people were on your side. But nonetheless, so he said, but it's okay that Michaela can't be mature. I said, okay, shot. So Zach said that he thinks that Michaela wants him to look bad. No, Zach said that Michaela thinks he wants her to look bad. So Zach feels that Michaela has said in her mind that Zach is out doing things to make her look bad, to make himself look like the good guy. I actually agree with that. I actually do. And Zach said one of his regrets, and if he could change anything, is he would have left. Michaela said earlier in her segment that she kept giving him opportunities to leave, which she did, and Zach continued to come back. He continued to come back. He continued to string her along because he wanted to look like the good guy. So Kevin asked Zach if he felt that anything he was doing or saying to her was confusing. And Zach, Lord have mercy, y'all, Zach had the nerve to get the audacity to get like offended. Zach really got mad that K-Frey was like, you are confusing her. So Zach is like, how? And Kevin was like, you told her you wanted to say no on decision day, to turn around and start and, work on your relationship with her afterwards. Zach was like, I have a relationship with everyone. That doesn't mean that. And my thing is, again, this is semantics, Zach. But I feel like this is not the first time that Zach has done this in a relationship. I don't for one second think that this is the first time that Zach has ever sat and played in somebody's face like this. Because this is why Zach is single. This is why Zach is single, because Zach does this. Zach knew damn well he had no intentions of working on that relationship with Michaela after saying no on decision day. So then Zach finally I don't know if he realized he said it, but Zach is like, yeah, no, I didn't want to work on a relationship. I thought we could just work out some things. What is there to work out? If you say no on decision day, then the answer is no. And be done with it. Whoo, y'all. So then it ends with Michaela coming out because Michaela said that he is lying, because Zach very firmly says that he has not slept with her. He was not kissing her. Why would he do it on that night? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard. I don't know what to believe, who to believe. This was a lot. So Michaela comes out because she feels that Zach is lying. And Zach is mad because Michaela had her time alone. He doesn't want to sit out and talk to her. And my thing is, Zach, this is the same thing that you just got mad at her for doing. So, sit down as adults, agree to disagree, go your separate ways. Zach, you're now with Bao, and just be done with it. Both of y'all need therapy. Both of y'all need therapy. Both of y'all need to go to counseling to learn how to communicate. Zach, you need to learn how to fully communicate, because the bullshit that you're doing, the talking in circles, the gaslighting, the mental aerobics, the manipulation that you're doing while you're talking in circles, you're not fooling anybody with it. Michaela, girl, just get some help. Get some therapy for the anger issues, the abandonment stuff that you are projecting onto everybody else. This was a mess, and it's not even done. But we do see Zach get up and walk off, and Michaela is still sitting out there. Michaela's hair looked nice. I think she had one bundle too many. And I don't know if that is a nose ring, a booger, what is going on in her nose, but someone needs to tell her this is not the move. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead, subscribe. Couple more videos coming tonight. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed the content. Hop in the comment section, y'all. Let's talk about it. Who do you believe? Who is lying? Zach or Michaela? Let's discuss.